Hi everyone, I managed to grab my crankcase parts from the dealership the other day. They came through about 2 weeks, a week after I ordered them, so I'm going to be doing that today. There is something I had forgotten to get though, which was a replacement oil filter that goes in here. Yeah, I mean the last one wasn't, obviously it'd been replaced and then the bike hadn't been used, so it wasn't really that dirty, but I'm not very sure on how often we should replace those. I've had a look at the manual. It suggests every second oil change the filter should be changed. Obviously I can't imagine it had any before I got it. It might have done, but I don't think it did. So this will technically be its first oil change. So it might be alright to keep it. I don't actually know where I put it, so probably because... yeah, I don't know. What I am going to do first though is, as you guys suggested, I need to put a clear coat over the coppery bits. Thank you for that. I would have completely forgotten to consider that, to be honest with you, so I'm going to quickly go do that now, and then we can get on with putting these bits back in. I also still need to take off the sheared bolts that are still in the bike. I've taken these ones off obviously that were inside of these, but there are still some bolts in the bike that I need to take out. So the method we used, as in my dad used last time, as a lot of you suggested, was we welded a bolt to the thread and then kind of wiggled it out that way. It was very repeat and repeat again, because even then it kept breaking off and whatnot. But so I'm going to try and see if I can manually pry it out. But if it's really stuck in there, then yes, I will have to weld it, do the welding tactic. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. I might actually get my dad to do that for me quickly, just because it'll then speed up things. And to be honest, like, I have not been on this bike build whatsoever in the last couple of weeks, to be honest with you. Like, I need a little bit of a push. I need to get my ass up in gear, so I might get him to quickly do that for me, just because it'll be faster. So clear coat, put the bolts back in here, then we've got my new gaskets, put that back in. Oh, I need to put the O-ring back in as well, because I didn't put that in last time. Alright, cool. So let's go on with that. So whilst my dad does that being getting those sheared bolts off for me, I'm out here in the back doing a little bit of dyeing. So basically I'm doing some patch tests. I got this fabric a really long time ago when I upholstered my brother's seat, and I'll link where I got this fabric from, because honestly these guys were great. I accidentally ordered like 6 meters of fabric or something to the completely wrong house. It was my old address, it just auto filled out, and once I realised that mistake, obviously I was not entitled to another 6 meters of fabric, you know, that was it. But they ended up sending me out another one completely for free, postage paid and everything. So yeah, really lovely people, and I really appreciate that. And obviously 6 meters was way too much than I needed, so wait, this wind's pass. Anyways, as I was saying, 6 meters was way too much for one bike seat, so I've got loads of excess fabric left, so I thought I might as well use it for my bike seat. The only problem is I don't want black, so I'm going to see if I can bleach the vinyl here. And see what happens. It's just an experiment, so I'm going to do, I don't know, going to try different ways of doing this, see what works best. Oh boy, oh boy. So the taking out of the sheared bolts has not gone so well. Yeah, let's go. Let's go have a look. So when I went to go bleach the fabric, my dad kind of called me over and said, "Can you hold the bike for me?" So obviously this is a bit of a jump between now and then, but as you can see in here, we've got this sheared bolt and this one. This one we've kind of been able to take it out, but it was honestly such a pain. I don't know if that'll focus. No. So we tried the weld out method, we tried the easy out, and we tried, in the end we had to try and kind of break down the bolt inside, kind of chip away at it and break it down. And this one we haven't even started with yet, and it's been about, I reckon an hour since we started that, so yeah, it's been a real fucking pain. Not great. And then out here hasn't been that successful either. If you can see that bleach really hasn't done what I wanted. It just looks stained. Oh well. For the fabric I can just get brown paint, like brown leather paint, and just do that instead. Dad's just come back with some new bolts to put through. Let me try and explain this properly. So we tried to weld on a nut, take it out, but it sheared every single time, so couldn't do it that way. We then tried to do an easy out where you drill in, pull it out, didn't do anything. We then, after drilling a hole inside of the thread, like the bolt thread, we tried, well, I didn't do anything, I just sat and watched, or I held the bike and watched, but tried breaking it down bit by bit so it kind of fell out of the hole. That didn't work, so best bet now, make it bigger and put a thicker bolt through it, which is not ideal. I mean, none of this has been ideal, but yeah, I mean, not so great, because I was hoping to put the crankcases on today, but I don't think I'll be able to do that today because that's taken a while, and I also had a food break, and then we also had to go to the shop, so yeah, we march on. That little bit of bolt is giving us the fight, giving us the good fight, and we're fighting back. So I'm gonna head back out, and then I'll probably update you, come back in here and update what's going on, because I can't really show you as we do it. Yeah.
A few moments later.
Right, to be honest, I said I was going to try and do it today, but I need to read through the manual first before I put it back on, just to make sure I'm... Oh, for fuck's sake.
A few moments later.
I'm alright crankcase side with the clutch plates, because I generally get how they work from my previous bike, but this generator stuff, I don't. What was it? Alternator. I don't fucking know how that works, and I don't know. Fuck me. This isn't helping. We'll just whack it back in there then. What else am I supposed to fucking do? Right, put a clear coat on that now. Yeah, unsure. I didn't actually clean it before I put the clear coat on, so there's a possibility that things are gonna eat away at the copper underneath the clear coat. But you know, if that happens, then I mean, what am I supposed to do? I can't do anything about it. So let's just pop these back on.
Show you another way. So put your glasses on. Nothing will be wrong. There's no blame, there's no fame. It's up to you. The fast one should be fine now. Whatever holds you back, I can't get it all. Tell me why, tell me why, tell me what you want. I don't know why, don't know why, don't know what to say. Tell me why, tell me why, tell me what you say. I don't know why, don't know why. Too late, it's too late. I know feel for real. It's just like turn you in. Once you start up, there's no other way. Don't put your eyes on move. Step toward the rules. There's no egg, there's no tray. It's grown to you. Before you miss something given, you should know what's the truth. I can't make it out. Tell me why, tell me why, tell me what you want. I don't know why, don't know why, don't know what to say. Tell me why, tell me why, tell me what you say. I don't know why, don't know why. Too late, it's too late.
Okay, so I've put the bolts in and I've cleaned up the gaskets, but I'm not going to continue with this today. Essentially what's happened is because we had to drill out the bolt from the bike frame or the bike engine, there's metal shavings all inside my crankcases, which is not great. Obviously I'm gonna have to get that cleaned out properly, and I'm just right now is not the greatest time. Today was a real fight, and unfortunately I think it's fair to say I lost, but I may have not have won the battle, but I will win the war. Baby. I'll be back in a few days' time after I've had a few days back at work, and we will again some maybe more strategic form of attack against the engine. Honestly, this is right now is my least favourite part of the build so far. It's just I've built all those bits up, you know, and it looked like a motorbike, and now I've taken the parts away, I've sent them away, and I've taken even more off, and I feel like I took a few steps forward, but I've taken even more back. But it'll be fine once I've done this bit. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. This morning I cleaned out the alternator out with a Q-tip and a magnet as well to get all the metal shavings. So I'm just going to use some brake cleaner to kind of really flush it out, and then once it's dry I might use the air gun to like blow out any grit, but you know, depending on how clean it gets after this. It's pretty clean actually, I think. I've done quite a good job of getting everything out. So we're just going to get on with that, and then after that it's putting everything back on. Yeah, that's good. So I'm quickly using today to also do a few little odd jobs here and there. So I've just torqued the shock absorber bolts into their specifications because we didn't do that last time we took them off. I also want to make the strap that holds the battery box in, because that's what was originally there, but I obviously got rid of that like a numpty, so I need to make a new one. And I think I will also quickly take off this battery cover and add a little bit more to it. Like I've said a few times before, just thought, you know, I might as well do it today. Yeah, but that's that one on. So yeah, it's not looking too bad. I realised obviously the engine's like glossy and the cover's matte. It's kind of hard to see the difference in here, but yeah, I think a lot of people wouldn't approve of that choice. I might gloss it over maybe another time, but it's not the chrome, that's all I really care about, to be honest. But yeah, it might need a gloss coat just because it kind of looks a bit funny. But hey ho. And then I'm also going to make the leather washers to go in there. Yeah. So just odd bits and bobs today, I think. I finished all those kind of like tedious jobs. So the risers, the battery box. I also ended up kind of connecting back up my coil in here because I hadn't connected it back up from last time. Yeah, and then connected up the alternator as well, so that's all sorted. Kind of annoyed I didn't get the crankcase back on. That's my own fault for forgetting to order in the oil filter. The leather washers are on, can't really see those, but that's the risers there. They fit really snugly now. That's done the trick. That's good. Yep, all that's left for me to do today is take these videos and go edit them and post them within the next few hours of the day I've got left. Oh, it's starting to rain. Here you've got the leather washers. Over here we've done the extending of the battery cover. It looks terrible. I've also made that strap. You can just about see it here. Yeah, just kind of torqued up some bolts and stuff. But that's that. But boy, do I need to order some parts. Like a lot of parts. And I don't have a lot of money. Let me think about it. I need metal for my handlebars, a headlight, indicator, mirrors, grips. Need new bolts for all of those. Need to buy a new tap, new oil filter, vinyl paint, tank paint. Need to purchase new bolts for what I've missed at the back. Need to purchase new bolts for the seats. I need to purchase new needles for my sewing machine so I can sew up the seat. I need to purchase a new hose for the filter.